last time we spoke, you said that The Last Jedi was singular, but that wasn't so interesting to you. What about the title, The Last Jedi, is interesting to you?
It's tough to talk about without talking about it in the context of the movie, because it kind of has, yeah, it has not even necessarily multiple meanings, but its meaning evolves over the course of the film. So, yeah, it's tough to talk about without getting into the story. But for me, I guess what it comes down to is that first question of what is the deal with Luke Skywalker, and Luke and Rey are kind of the beating heart of the film, I guess, and their relationship. And so The Last Jedi, in all the things that it means, is tied up in their story. And so it was the heart of it. And it's something where from the very start, even when I was just coming up with the story at the beginning, that title seemed crystal clear to me. So it's always made sense.
Are we going to get to see Gwendolyn Christie's character? We'll see her face this time?
Oh, well, we'll see about that.
I asked her, she has such a pretty punum, you know?
She does. She's so gorgeous. You hate to cover up the money. I tell her every day on set, we're covering up the money. I don't know what we're doing.
I don't know. Lift the mask.
I know. Yeah, behind the mask. That's going to be like that's going to be the VH1 special about her, Behind the Mask. Yeah, the Captain Phasma story. There's more Phasma in this, definitely. We're going to see her. I think people who dig Phasma are going to be happy with what they see in this one.
Okay, good. Because we clearly know she survived the trash compactor, and
she did.
That's
yes. Somehow she got out of that.
Episodes.
I know, dangerous, smelly places. So yeah, she got out of that. I like to think she's like the Kenny from South Park of the Star Wars series. You think she's gone, and then she's there. Yeah.
And General Leia.
Yeah.
I mean, there is always the dyad of Luke and Leia. You've said that her character wraps up nicely. What did you mean by that?
Well, I mean, I guess that sounds a little different. I'll say I think that, I mean, Carrie gives a really beautiful performance in the film, and obviously it's, you know, we obviously didn't make the movie to be her final film, final Star Wars movie. Given that, though, I think there are scenes that she has that are, you know, they're going to mean a lot to people. And there are scenes that we have with her where now not having her around, I watch them and I think I'm just, you know, I'm really thankful that we have that, and then we can give that to people. So. Yeah, wraps up nicely, I don't know, but is emotionally gives some kind of catharsis, it gives some kind of like emotional satisfaction. I think so, I really hope so. I know for me it does.
What are the first words that Rey and Luke exchange?
That's what everyone I hope is wondering. Yeah, then that was for me like when I sat down to figure out what this was going to be. That was absolutely the starting point. Is not just like what is that scene or what is that moment, but the bigger question of, because we have some sense of what Rey wants from Luke. To me, the big enigma was what's going on with Luke Skywalker. Why is he on that island? He knows his friends are in trouble. He knows the galaxy needs him. Why would this hero that I grew up with have put himself in exile? To me, it was like, if we can crack that nut, then we have something to start working with, and then that will inform what their whole relationship is.
He did say that DJ, whatever DJ is shady.
He's a shady character. Yeah. Well, that was kind of where the idea came from. It's like there's a long tradition of scoundrels in Star Wars movies, and the idea of, let's do a scoundrel in this movie. That seemed really fun. So yeah, it was. And then when you're doing the Star Wars movie, you can ask somebody like Benicio del Toro to be in it, and they might actually say yes. So that was like, it was like a kid in a candy store.
He plays a good scoundrel.
He does, yes, yeah.
And when we say, you know, the thing about scoundrels is they play both ways.
Right.
Right? They can work for the
Force
and for the dark side.
They occupy this gray space, and you kind of like, we kind of always hope that they've got a heart of gold underneath there. They're always the most intriguing characters for me, are the ones who are kind of on the edge of good and bad in these universes.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, one of those is Han Solo, notoriously, who was on the edge.
The original scoundrel.
Yeah,
the
exactly.
Scoundrel that got
a
all
lovable
started.
scoundrel from the Rebels.
Oh, Ezra from Rebels.
Yeah.
He's his own person. DJ is his own person. Yeah.
And is DJ actually the character's name?
Yeah. Well, that's what we call him in the movie. Yeah.
Does it stand for something?
It does. Yeah.
Not disc jockey.
Maybe. Possibly. That would be fun. I'd like to see a Star Wars disc jockey in the cantina, rocking it.
Yeah, I mean, you never know.
Start table. Yeah.